Hi. The event I attended was a National Football League game between the Denver Broncos and the San Francisco 49ers at Sports Authority Field, Mile High, Denver, Colorado. The first survey on my question was on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the highest, what would the fans rate their overall experience at the game? Out of all the people surveyed, only 4 came back. The rest were all 5s. Overall, the fans enjoyed their experience quite a bit. The following question on my survey was what was their favorite part of the event? Unfortunately, the game I went to was the night Peyton Manning was able to break the all-time touchdown passes record mark with 509 career touchdown passes. So, of course, this was a majority of the fans' favorite part of the event. 80% of the fans surveyed, their favorite part was getting to watch Peyton Manning break the record. The other 20, they just enjoyed being able to watch a National Football League game live. The next question was how many games per season the fans attend. 1 to 2 games was the popular, along with 6 to 8 games. In an NFL season, it's hard to get above 9 unless home playoff games happen and unless you are a season ticket holder, which plays into the 6 to 8 as there are 8 home games per season. 3 to 5 games was rare among those surveyed. I guess 3 to 5 games is just too much unless you are a season ticket holder. My next question is what brought these fans to the games? A majority of the people who took the survey went because it was their idea. It was also a big event for friends to do together. Very little of those surveyed was at their first NFL game that they went to. And of those surveyed, none of them were there because of a work or school event. The fifth question on my survey I asked on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the highest, what would the fans rate the overall entertainment experience in between gameplay? The results I got were all over the place. I came to the conclusion that it basically came down to just personal preference. Then the sixth question I asked is if the fans agreed with their ticket prices. Were they priced fairly? Almost 90% said that it was a fair price. And of course, with their ratings, the fun was worth the price they paid. Then I asked fans if the merchandise and the concessions were priced fairly. 54% said the price was fair, while 46% said it was not fair. I assume that most of them figured it was the price they expected, but even though it was the price they expected, some were obviously still not happy. Then I asked the fans about the marketing around the stadium. I asked if the sponsors were easily recognizable throughout the event, and it was a unanimous yes from everybody polled during the survey. So I tied that in with another question ranking 1 through 5, with 5 being the highest, whether the fans were more likely to purchase anything from those sponsors they saw throughout the game. Again, what I got, it was a neutral response. Women were more likely, though, to buy products that the sponsors offered. To me, the sponsorship marketing didn't seem to have an effect on consumers, so I believe the marketing was weak during the game. The last main question on my survey, I asked whether the fans were likely to go again or recommend going to a friend or family member. Once again, it was a unanimous yes. But I guess we should have known this by the overall rating of mostly 5s with the first question on the survey. My last couple questions were all about the age and gender demographics. Ages were all over the place, although most ages who attended the game were between 26 and 40. Approximately 70% of the people surveyed. This age range has fans that are old enough to buy tickets, which makes up for their idea to go, and is also not their first game and can attend more games per season. You can't get true readings through the gender and what effects gender played in the above questions. There were too much unwilling to give their gender, but as you see, males make up 48% of those surveyed. The data collection part wasn't too bad. What I thought was bad was just creating the survey itself. I kept trying to ask the same questions that would come up with the same answer that tied in together. And I soon realized that wasn't working. I got to about 3 questions in and was basically stumped with questions. I also wish I would have focused more on the analytical side while writing the questions. When it came to analyzing my survey for this project, I found it to be more all over the place than really getting true answers from the data I collected.